Alright, another banging day today on this challenge, I'm a little bit more upbeat today. Nice win on this Get Leverage account, this new platform that I've been testing out. I've been testing out this new platform. I just got it like since a week, and I'm basically 75% of the way to passing. So today I made another one point almost 1.5%, and to God be the glory. You know? Feel good about that one, you know. Can't celebrate yet because I'm not at the finish line. I just need to get it past and continue taking some good trades on this account. So we give thanks to that. And it's a trailing drawdown account, as I explained before. So today I made about I took quite a few trades today. I did not touch the FTMO account, and I made $639. And yeah, was a good day. Was a really, really good day with these statistics. I only had one small loss, and that loss could basically be counted as a break-even trade. And just love the progress. So right now I need to make another, from where we are at, I need to make another basically $750, and it is done. So honestly, I've only been risking $50 or $100 on this trade for the most part. I think I only had one trade that went a little bit more in drawdown than that. And I've been getting some really good trades, and I just decided, just hammer the trade, just take the trade. As a friend of mine would just hammer it, just take it and do. You see your setup, you're confident, just take the trade, because if you ease up, it's not gonna work out. And I've been just doing that. I kind of take a step back from the other day because, not feeling it too much. But, I decided I'm not giving up. I just go and push through. And it's been paying off pretty good. So, just need to get this account done, passed it, and pass and see if I can secure some payouts from this account. I haven't gotten any payouts on a prop firm yet. So let me show you here. So as you can see, the balance is at $52,250, and I'm only going to risk about $50 to $100 on all the trades that I'm taking going forward. So today we had a very, very what do I call it, very choppy day. The opportunities were presented for both buy side and sell side, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could get run over. So if you stay too long, or you use smaller size and expecting a big push and expecting it to just continue, then you're going to get run over, as I say. So I took both buys and sells today. Let me zoom in and show you. So my first trade of the day was right here, a little bit after the 9:30 push. So it's like 9:32, and I thought we would have sold that because we were in a downtrend, or still in a downtrend. Well, depending on the time frame that you're looking at, but it looked like we were going to at least run this low. So that was what I was trying to target when I took this trade here. So, and I took a 0.25 lot size, and this would have been like 25 lots on FTMO. Went into a bit of profit, and then it retraced, come back down. I just decide I'm going to play it close to the belt, and I just close it. I close it because I realize this thing going to move aggressive. And then as soon as I get a flip, I jump in for the buys, and I caught this big push here. I took a small size. On the initial position, I'm only risking like $50, and then when I get confirmation, I add into the trade. So I took the buy here, took my first partial here, and when I got the pullback, I just jumped into um another buy right here, and I think, where did I add into it? Let me see if I can zoom in. So I think I took the first one here. This is it's not showing me the lot size. I'm gonna have to look at the history, but where is it? So the first one here, 0.25, and then I added again right there. So overall, I think I took a buy. I think I took a partially. I don't remember if I took a partial or if I added, but I think, yeah, man. So I got a nice push from here, and then now I exit on the highs right here. Just keep exiting, and then when it roll over, I took a sell. So I ended up getting stopped out break even on the runner, which I honestly could have taken off, but I just decided, you know what, let me see, because I don't know if it's going to continue up. So I took a partial and left the runner in case we run up some more. Because honestly, these ranges have a whole lot of pips in it. So this range is literally 400 points. 400 points from the low to the high right there. So this is 1.39% of movement on the Nasdaq 100. And then I jumped into a sell here in the macro when I realized that we got a decent inversion on the 1 minute. I took this entry right here, and then now I ended up adding into it. Where did I add? I think I added right here and added again. I added twice and just captured this push right here, and I just exit because I realized, already up for the day, and I'm just trying to secure a decent money. So I just lock in that and just call it a day there. We ended up retracing and then coming back down, but I just say, you know what, let me just lock in that and just call it a day. So that was the trade today, and that resulted in the $600 or $700, $600 that I made. And honestly, if it's not for discipline, then I would have taken some more trades. But I just decided, take it slow, satisfy, because I really was going to take another buy right here and try to make some more. But I just decided against it and just call it a day, because I'm still working on the discipline, still working on the patience. But the setup was there during this macro. But I was looking at the 4 hour, and I saw us going up first and then manipulating down. And then now the fact that we took out the liquidity down here, then I see we could reverse. And the sell, honestly, I wanted us to come down a little bit further here. But as I say, I make my money, so I just decided just call it a day. So I really could have re-entered sales here or wait for the buys, and I could have caught these buys going up. But I just decided, you know what, just take your money and cut. And he decided to just play around like this for the rest of the day. So I think some Trump news came out somewhere over here, and we ended up just running up. So we had this spike here from this order block, and we just ran up, came back to retest this fair value gap, and just continue up into PM session, and see overnight session we already open up and currently pushing. So yeah, that is how today went. Let me quickly show you what we did on the higher time frame. So, and starting out on the higher time frame, I'm going to go all the way up to the daily. So this is how we look on the daily time frame. So we this completely engulf this new day now. So looks like we might be reversing. I don't know if short term or long term, but from this look right here, we could actually trade back up into this fair value gap that we actually ran over here. So um looking at this, like I said, we could come up into this fair value gap. I don't like the fact that we open with a gap, but it just shows you how bullish we are again. And this week has been like a ranging week, ranging week. So I was expecting us to probably come down more and then come back up, but we didn't even sweep the previous daily low right here. So we ended up turning around, and this was the kind of buy that I wanted to catch on the S&P 500 when I tried to long on the FTMO account. So if I show you the S&P, it's actually pushing a little bit harder, but I sized in too heavy, and because I took the initial loss, I ended up missing out because this OB would have been a nice area to continue catching these trades from. So looking at, see how US 30 look. So all three indices are in sync at the moment, going up, complete reversal. So let me look at Nasdaq again and go back down to the 4 hour time frame. So this reversal looks clean now to go back to the upside. We could come back for a nice little rebalance. Let me see if I can show you. So this daily candle here, we could come back into it to test it as a order block. I don't know if we do that tomorrow and then we get a bounce, or we're going to come back into even the week and then bounce. But let us see what we get. So I'm expecting maybe a pullback like this for a week and then we continue back to the high. But right now, the drawn liquidity looks to be here and the daily fair value gap here. So this new day, um here is it, going back to the daily time frame. So this daily opening, which would be the weekly high, the current week high, and then going back into this daily fair value gap here. So this high is from what, Monday, or yeah, Tuesday I should say. So Tuesday's open, Tuesday's high, we could run that tomorrow if we continue up, or if they expecting anything negative going into the weekend, we could just basically roll over and sell off again. But that is how we're looking. Quickly going down to 1 hour time frame. This looks like a mess in here, and if you're not careful, you could have been chopped up in here. Unless you're looking at the higher time frame and using this as a OB, you could have been chopped up inside of here um, with all of this manipulation. So that is the thing, where if you're not just taking your money and leave, trying to catch these moves, these expansions, not the easiest. So you have to be really careful what you're doing. But the buy, I guess, was valid from down here when we had the change. So we had this engulfing, and then we had a retest of this fair value gap right here. Then you could have looked to get in long right there and maybe catch this push. But I'm still not there yet in targeting some of these moves because I'm not always so focused or so on the chart as how I would like. So I missed out on catching that. So that's how we end up playing out on this 1 hour. And the 15 minute, like I said, this seek and this try here will murder anybody account, especially if you're not disciplined. And then now I can find a refined entry using this right here. This entry would have been on the where 50 minutes time frame. So once we did this, changing the state, retesting this OB right here, this would have been a nice buy area. This would have been a nice one also to get into longs to target the high. And this could have been a nice expansion. Avoid all of this unless you're on the lower time frame, because we didn't even have a proper order block on the 15 minute there. But we just shoot off on the news and you know you probably could have caught along right there to continue up. But you just have to be really selective about the entries and the opportunities that you try to take. But outside of that, there are some good moves when this market is volatile. Like your strategy has to be fluid or a little bit versatile, because we're going back from consolidation to trending and news driven high volatility. So you really have to be precise on the risk management and getting the good entries. So that is how you have to navigate these markets. And quickly going down to the 1 minute time frame, and again timing is a big factor in these trades. So if you notice, when this came in is right inside of the special macro for the PM session, and the 4 hour time frame really um cook you if you're not knowing what you're doing, because this is so much manipulation. So first I thought we were manipulating up to come down, and then this turned out that the sell coming down was the manipulation to go long. So as I say, if you're not careful, then you could get run over in these markets. And yeah, that was the opportunities of the day outside of the overnight session, that you could have caught some entries inside of here. But the best trades came right inside of here for me. So these ones over here were safer. Like I said, nice manipulation down here, and you could have caught a long entry inside of here or one inside of here. But if you don't know what you're doing, then it's not going to be so pleasant for you. But thank God, like I say, it worked out in my favor and I'm able to capitalize. So that is it for today's video, and I'll catch you tomorrow to wrap up this week, the second week of June. Time moving so fast, so we're halfway through the month of June already. So thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for subscribing. If you have any question, you can always drop a comment, leave a like, let me know what you need, and I'll see how best I can assist you. Peace.